pulling the tummy in, lifting the toes and spreading them, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. So shoulders up, back and down to open the chest to the front. Set the position of those scapulas round the back. Hands on shoulders. Elbows forward, up, back and round. Breathing in and breathing out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Hands down. Let's move through side bend. So drawing up on one side, down on the other, keeping the hips still. So squeeze the glutes. Reach away with the bottom arm if you can. Breathing in to lengthen and out to come back. 2 more. And last one. Good. Coming to pelvis, grip the hips. Soften the knees. Let's start to move through pelvic tilt. So drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. Softening down the knees. Good. Couple more of those, keeping the upper body still whilst the lower body moves. Hello. Come into center. Good. Now keeping the lower body fixed. Upper body moving, hands on shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, rotate. Good morning. Breathe out, turn. Breathe in, come back. Good, hips are forward. Two more. And last one. Good, relax, give everything a shake. So standing on one leg, take the right leg forward and flex and point. Wrists and ankles. Can we rotate? So mobilizing wrist and ankle joint, but also stabilizing hip on the standing leg. Circle the other way. So starting to switch on that core. Hopefully it'll stay switched on for the rest of the day. And change legs. Forward and lift, flex and point. And rotate. And the other way, circle. And relax. Give everything a shake and have a nice big rotation there, please. Super. Let's bring the feet parallel and the hands behind the back for hip hinge. Chest is open. So hinging from the hip with soft knees. Can we draw the shoulder blades together? Open the chest at the front. Keep the head slightly higher than the shoulders. On the way down. We're breathing in on the way down. And we're breathing out on the way up. Couple more there. And then we're just going to come into some basic squats. Release the hands, sit back and squat. Come forward, lengthen and balance. So we're going to do more squats when we get to our hug. So let's just for now warm up the knees, the hips and the ankles. Couple more. Last one. relax. Brill. Bring your hog in, spiky side up, please. Start behind the hog with your right foot. Let's press the heel on and off. Coming into the heel and then into the arch of the foot, into the ball of the foot and then the toes. And if you can get all of your weight on that foot, please do. Go back to the heel again and gradually start to roll through the foot into the arch and the ball and the toes, and then come into the sides of your feet, please. So sides of the feet, moving right and left. So we're mobilizing the knee and the ankle laterally. And then change to the left foot. Start with the heel. Rolling through the heel, the arch, the ball and the toe. If you can press all of the body weight into it, please do. Into the toes and back again. Heel, arch, ball and toes. Let's come laterally. So inner and outer sides of the feet. Moving the knee and the ankle laterally. Good. Getting some weight into it. Perhaps not as much weight as we did when we were flat. And then standing up on the hog. Just pad your feet around. Perhaps move side to side, forward and back. And let those bumps work on all the different parts of the feet. And then settle on the top, please. Take your pelvis into neutral. Bring your thumbs in your breastbone. Inhale, exhale and rotate. Good. Come center, inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, come center. Exhale, rotate. Good. Let's keep this moving. Coming to center, pushing the arms forwards. Bow and arrow. Draw your hand to your hip. Look over your shoulder. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale and pull. Turning the head. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Last one. Brill. Arms down. Come forward so the balls of your feet are on the floor, but your heels are quite high on the hog. Spread the toes. Sit back, squat, and you need to push your weight into your heels, otherwise you're going to have a lot of pressure on the kneecap coming from that angle. So let's sit back all the way into the heels. Hold and pulse for 3, 2, 1. And stretch up. Now, if the pulse is uncomfortable, just go with single squats. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to walk down my hog by 1 prickle. I'm going to continue to squat here. Sitting back into my heels. Pulling the abs in. So you should be able to get lower when you are on the hog under the heels. So I'm going to come down 1 more prickle. This is going to be my last couple of sets. So sit more deeply if you can. Any knee or hip pain, obviously not as low, but get deeper than you normally would if you can. And then come off the hog and give your legs a shake. Brill. Okay, coming back around the hog. Let's stretch the calves now. So step up top, put the ball of the right foot on top of the hog, and then press the heel down. So the back leg is straight, the front knee is bent. You're probably bent in the middle now, so tuck under, shoulders back, tummy's in. And then while you're there, if you can, bend your back knee and try to sink a bit lower. It won't go very far because of the position, but try to get your weight in your back foot. And then come on up and change. So right foot is flat, ball of the left foot on and I'm pushing down. So you've got two muscles in your calf, and the straight one stretches when the long one stretches when the knee is straight. So tuck under, shoulders back. You should be feeling that from the knee to the ankle, the long calf muscle. And then we tuck the pelvis and we bend both knees, and that should have gone further down the calf now into the shorter one that attaches into that Achilles tendon there. Hold. And then coming up and off the back of the hog. Balls of the feet are now on the hog. Please spread the toes. So we're balancing on our heels. Again, watch you don't bend in the middle. Tuck under, lean the whole body weight forward. Fingertips together. Half a low circle, turning the head and coming back, going the other way. Half a low circle. Breathing out to open, breathing in to close. Keep pushing your weight into the balls of your feet and your toes. We don't want the weight to fall back into the heels. We need it forwards so that we stretch the arches of the feet. Next one is your last one. Super, come off. Give those legs a shake and just rotate. Super. Okay, we're going to come back to the hog in a second, but for now, let's work with our band. Pick up your band, please. So band is coming across the palms. We're going to do waiter. We're going to take our feet into tightrope. I've got my right leg in front. Tuck your tail under, pull your tummy in. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull on the band. Squeeze your glutes. That'll stabilize the pelvis. And come in slowly. So breathing out, belly button in. Tighten up the glutes. And release slowly. Breathing out to pull. Breathing in to release. Keep that moving. Breathing out to pull. Breathing in to release. Two more. And one more. And relax. Change. Wide overhand grip. Change the feet. Now tuck under and make sure your weight doesn't fall into your back leg. So up and over we go. Please watch that your ribs are not flaring. Your spine remains in neutral. Tuck your tail underneath you. Soften your knees. Pull your belly button in. And make sure the weight has not all moved into the back leg. So let's keep moving slowly. Maybe you can bring your hands a little bit closer towards each other. Opening the chest. So we're just going to do one more. Spine nice and still. Tighten up the glutes. Pull the tummy in. those legs are shaped, pop your band off to one side, and we'll come back to the hog now. So smooth side up this time, so it rocks forwards and backwards. Let's have a look at the balance. Left foot in the middle, right foot to the side. Sit back into a squat, breathe in, transfer the weight to the hog and lift the knee. Stay on this side, stepping down, squatting, breathing in. Lifting up, breathing out. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. So this is really more about the balance than the squat. So you can sit deeply into the squat if it feels okay, but if not, don't worry, focus on the knee lift and the balance. We're going to hold the next one up. So holding the knee up here, balance if you can. Open the hip joint and then close it back up. Stay here. We've got 4 here. Opening and closing. Breathing out to open. Breathing in to close. Just one more. Breathing out to open. Breathing in to close. Stepping down and pedaling the feet. Let's change sides. So, right foot in the middle, feet side by side. Sit back and squat. Come through center. Lift and balance. Breathing in as we sit back. Breathing out as we come up. Super, stay with it. Woo. Gonna hold this one up. Stay here, zip up the abs. Opening and closing the hip joint. Your focus is forward, trying to keep the right side of the body still. Abs engaged. Tightening up through this standing buttock and leg. Breathing in to open and out to close. All the other way around, doesn't matter, just don't breath hold. Last one. And stepping down on the hug. Well done. Pedal the feet, please. And then take your feet the width of the hug. Tuck your tail. Fingers to temples for waist bend. Now again, this is more really about balance than stretching the spine. Come across to the corners of the ceiling. You need to squeeze your glutes tight as you can. And come on up, good. So we are lengthening, squeezing the glutes, pulling the tummy in, breathing in to bend. Breathing out to come up. Let's keep this moving. Oh, it's hard to keep your hug still on this one. Try to stabilize the hug if you can. It becomes a bit lively. Last one. Brill, arms down. Feet together, step back on one foot, doesn't matter which one, just a small step. Hamstring stretch. So hip hinge. Leg that's on the hug is straight. We lift the buttocks. Hands are on the bent leg. Rock the hug and lengthen the spine. From here, uncurl. And change. Foot in the middle. Hip hinge, chest down. Lift the buttocks and sway. Good. Uncurl. And then just give everything a good shake. Pop that hug off to one side. Let's have a look at our roll down. So I'm going to put my mat down. You might not want to just yet, so leave your camera angle where it is at this point. Let's stretch up, breathe in and look up. Arms coming down, nod the chin to the chest. Round the shoulders, just roll down to bra strap level. Let the arms sway. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling up. Keep it moving. Inhale up. Exhale down. Nod your chin. Round and roll. Come down to the back of your waist. So my hands are just below knee height. Giving them a sway. Releasing my shoulders. Take a breath in. Breathe out, roll up slowly. Super. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Nod your chin, round and roll, coming with the hands to ankle height if you can. Sway those arms. So while we're releasing the shoulders, we're stretching the lower back. From here, breathe in. Breathe out, roll up slowly. Good. Inhaling up. So from here, if you need a few more roll down, roll ups, do those. If you're ready to go into downward dog, please come forward slowly into downward dog. Once you're down there, weight transfers back. Straight arms and legs, we pedal the feet slowly. So spread the fingers, spread the toes so that we spread the load of the body weight. Option to come forward into plank or roll back up if you need a few more of those. Gonna hold my plank for a couple of breaths and then I'm gonna drop to my knees, release my toes, add a couple of press ups. So that's not gonna suit everybody, please bear in mind how your shoulders feel, how your back feels, and if your main focus is your stretch, that's okay. So if you're wanting to focus on your stretch, focus is on the roll down and the downward dog. If you're ready for strength, then you can start to think about your plank and press up. Couple of breaths in each position, please, so that we know everything's firing up. Good. We are going to do one more round of everything. So one more round of everything, finishing in the standing position. Taking your time. Really thinking about feeling where you're stretching or where the strength work is. Guys, once you have come back up, and please don't rush the return, come up slowly, then you can tip your screen and set yourself up on the floor. So when you're ready, please set yourself up on the mat. Coming down to all fours first, please. Continuing to release your spine with a cat stretch. So rolling through flexion, coming into neutral, and then optional extension depending on how your back feels. So set yourself up first and then just slowly continue to release your spine through a safe, comfortable range of movement. Good. So let's just have one more flexion extension. Make sure the weight stays even through the hands and knees. And then sit back into shell stretch. So arms might be in front, hands might be under the head. You might want to release your wrists. You might be happy with your head down and your hands to your ankles. So whatever suits you best, take some breaths. Bring your hands to the side of your knees. Support your body weight, uncurl your spine. So we're going to come into rotation first. We're going to do thread the needle. And so as it's our first exercise down here, you might not want to add a band or a dumbbell, but up to you. I'm going to take my left leg out to the back and lock the knee, tuck the toes under. On my right side, I'm lengthening up, inhaling, opening the chest. I'm coming down. My body weight is in my left arm for my one arm press up. Breathing into open and out to thread the needle. So focus here is really on that big rotation through the spine. So we have done some small rotations, but this is a really big one. So you can do a couple more on this side. Try not to let your left leg relax at the knee. Keep it locked because that's going to stabilise your hips and lower back. And this is our last one. Good. When you're ready, quick stretch and change sides. So right leg out to the back, it's locked. Weight is in the right arm. Left arm up, coming down, threading the needle. So with your right hand, make sure you spread the fingers to spread the load, so all the body weight's not in the heel of the hand, particularly if there's a wrist issue there. Let's keep this moving slowly on this side. So your focus is on keeping your right leg straight, and your pelvis doesn't have to be still, it just needs to be stable. So it needs to be moving in a safe way. Make sure you're including the neck, taking the arm back a little bit further each time, because as your spine mobilizes, you can probably go further. One more on that side, please. Super. When you've finished, come back and stretch any way you like. I'm going to give my wrists a bit of a circle, give my fingers a bit of a wriggle, and then I'm going to take my hands to my ankles. You go wherever you like. I'm bringing my hands to the side of my knees, supporting my body weight and uncurling my spine. Super. Coming down onto your bottom, please. Chi ball behind you. So get yourself in a comfortable position. Have your weights nearby. Dig your heels in. Start on your bum bones. Couple of rolls. So make sure your ball is centre and make sure it's where it supports your body weight, please. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out to scoop and roll. Nice curved spine. Rolling forwards. Let's go up with the arms, breathe in. Let's breathe out, roll and rotate. So let's keep this long and slow. Good. So this is not really about mobilizing the spine. This is more about starting to work the muscles of the waist and the lower abdominals. So strength work, and then we'll bring in a dumbbell if everything feels okay. If you're happy just rotating with your body weight, that's okay. You can lift one leg. So you're lifting the leg on the side you're turning. Now, if that's stressful on your back or your hip, don't lift it. If everything's okay, you could do a maximum of 4 rotations. That can be with or without your weight, with or without your leg lift. Two more sets, please. So you should be coming into your last set. So take your time with this. When you've finished, pop your weights to one side. Take your feet wide, come forwards and relax over your legs. Uncurl. Good. So from here, can you take your ball away and can you sit yourself on the smooth side of your hog? So you want to be in the front half of your hog, so just very slightly forward of the middle so that it started to tip. Can you take your legs in front of you first? Just lengthen your spine and hold. Stretch up, breathe in. I want you to hip hinge, so not changing the shape of the back. Hip hinge so that you're reaching, moving from the hip. And you won't get very far. Hold it there, breathe in. As you breathe out, relax down and curve your spine. Hold it there. So you can hold your feet or your ankles. You might want to take your hands to the floor. Uncurl your spine slowly. Extend, breathe in. Breathe out, lengthen from the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out, curve the spine. Hold wherever you can. Breathe in here. Breathe out, uncurl. We're going to do that one more time. So warming up the back for sore. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Hold, inhale. Exhale, relax. Inhale. Exhale, uncurl. Brill. From here, draw the legs in, press the knees down. So we've released the back for sore, now we're releasing the hips. From here, legs coming out, they can be slightly bent or they can be straight. Your spine needs to be long here. So take both arms out to the side, draw your shoulder blades together, take a breath in. As you breathe out, rotate, push the back arm behind you. Come center, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate. If that feels okay, come center, rotate with 3 little pulses, 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3, center. 1, 2, 3, center. Breathe out. Keep that moving. Shoulders are relaxed. Hands are chest height rather than shoulder height. 2 more. 1 more. Relax. Good. From here, if your hips have opened, can you perhaps take them wider? So we're going to add forward flexion now. No pulses. Arms out. Rotate. Opposite hand to foot. Reach. Come back up. Go the other way. Rotate. Reach. Now you don't have to touch your foot. You just need to reach in that direction. Good. So I can touch it comfortably on this side, but the other side I'm about 2 inches away. So we're not symmetrical. Breathing in as we open, breathing out as we rotate and reach. Please be careful with your back. You might need to make the whole thing slower, or you might need to not reach as far, depending on how your back's feeling. Breathing in to open, breathing out to reach. I've got 2 more to go. And one last time. Super. Come on in with the knees. Have a little hug there. Maybe have a rock on your hug. And then coming off the hug and down onto your back. So coming down onto the floor, perhaps having a head block if you want one. Hug your knees in and circle your hips in both directions. Holding center, single leg stretch away. Can you lift your head and shoulders up off the floor? Can you start to bring in rotation? So shoulder to knee, or fingertips to temples, elbow to knee. You may feel more comfortable just taking the weight of your head and neck in the center and staying there. Whichever one you're doing, trying to load upper and lower abdominals. Can't do both, just do one. So breathing out as the leg stretches away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Full body stretch. Legs away, arms over the head. Allow the back to arch. Allow the tummy to stretch. And just take some breaths there, please. Bring your arms over and bring your legs back. So coming into working the waist now. Can you put your hug or your ball between your knees or between your feet? Knees are soft. Hands are on the rib cage. Shoulders are down, dropping 45 degrees to the right for corkscrew. Coming back, dropping 45 degrees to the left. Breathing in to drop, breathing out to lift. Squeezing the ball or the hug between your feet. If everything's okay, fingertips can go to the ceiling. Press the shoulders down. Take the arms in the opposite direction to your legs, please. Breathing in to drop and breathing out to lift. So can we do 2 or 3 more? I want you to finish with legs to the left and centre. So as many as you need to do to get to finishing on your left. And then coming back, getting rid of whatever you're using there. Can you put your feet and knees together on the mat with the knees bent, ankles together, arms out, dropping your knees to the right, turning your head to the left, breathing in to drop and breathing out to lift. And then going the other way. Breathing in to drop the knees, turn the head the opposite way. Breathing out to come back up. Let's have a couple more. Breathing in to drop. And breathing out to lift. And finishing with knees to the left and head to the right. Coming back to center. Triceps, please pick up your weights. Get some head support if you need it. Push your weights to the ceiling. Shoulders down, knuckles on the outside. If you can lift the legs to tabletop, come up, engage the abs, imprint the spine. So dumbbell coming to the side of the ear, elbow pointing to the ceiling, shoulder is in a fixed position. Can you extend your opposite leg? If that hurts the back, can you tap your toe to the floor? You might be able to do 2 arms and 1 leg. So if you can do 2 arms, try that. Checking that the elbows are not winging out to the side, that the tummy is pulled in and the back is pressed flat into the mat, please. Breathing in to drop and out to press. Let's have 4 more. Every part of the spine touching the mat. Making sure your abdominals are not doming. Once you've done your last one, everything comes down to the floor. Get rid of the weights. Let's have a nice big starfish stretch out to the 4 corners and take some breaths there. Open your palms, stretch your fingers, push your heels away and just give your toes a wriggle. Nice deep breath in and out. And then bring your arms over and bring your legs back in, please. Brill. Okay, can we grab our band? Let's have roll up. So, double leg press, we don't want anything under the head. Now, if you know that your back doesn't like the double leg press, can you just give me a shoulder bridge? Otherwise, a nice, slow, controlled double leg press. So my feet are hip distance apart, my elbows are tucked in, my knees are bent. So level 1, just pushing, loading your abdominals with the weight of the legs. Level 2, I'm just rolling up the head and shoulders. So level 3, coming up and balancing on your sit bones, perhaps without the band. Don't feel you have to let go of the band, please. And finally, if you want to add momentum, you can lift your bottom off the floor. Good. So either pelvic tilt to shoulder bridge or rolling up and down. Last 2. Holding the last one. We can either balance or we can pulse. 10, so this is our teaser. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down you go, well done. So nice long stretch or hug, whatever feels good there. Just take some breaths. And then arms and legs coming back. I'm going to put something back under my head. I want you to put your right ankle on your left knee and just press that knee back. And then if it feels okay, left leg leaves the floor. and we take hold of the back of the thigh. Push the bottom down. Can you just roll the hips an inch or two to the left until you feel the stretch in the right buttock? Now it might feel good just to roll side to side, or it might feel better to hold. So just do what feels good there. And then come on back to center, take both feet down and change legs, please. Opening the hip, picking up the right leg, pushing the tailbone down, rolling a little to the right until we feel the stretch develop on the left, and then either just gentle sway or hold, whatever feels good. Coming down, well done. Can we now take the hog spiky side up under your pelvis, so nothing under your head. I want the tailbone on the high point of the hog. So tailbone on high point, engaging core. Legs coming to tabletop, bracing the abs. Really important that the knees don't come in over the tummy. Spine is in a fixed position. Hands down for now. Got single leg stretch away, and hopefully you can drop that leg to the level of the hog. So you get a really good challenge through the abdominals. If that feels okay, you can go toes to the ceiling, and we're going straight leg scissors. So one leg drops and come up, then the other leg drops. Now, if the back isn't good, please stay slow. But if you feel okay to scissor them, then they are going to pass each other mid-air. You've got to really brace your abdominals strongly. Fingertips to the ceiling if you can, and you can scissor the arms and the legs. The shape of your spine should not be changing. You should be drawing down on your abs, and if any of this has gone into your back, then I need you to go back to a bent leg or stop. Can we add a pulse? 1, 2. 1, 2. Little breaths out if we can. So I'm going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brill. Come in and down. Stretch across your hog if you can, just to release those hip flexors first. Take a couple of breaths here into the diaphragm. And then bring your arms over, draw your legs in, take your hog away. I'm going to put something under my head, and then hug your knees in and draw a circle. So we want to get movement into the lower back now. So 3 or 4 times one way, and then 3 or 4 times the other way. Good. Take your feet on the floor wide, knees bent, arms out to the side, and we'll open knee, hip roll. Come on back to center. Pop the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop. So releasing the hips a little bit more and stretching the inner thigh. Just hold there for a moment, and then we'll go through pelvic tilt and pelvic floor. So if you're not good with your legs in that position, if you start to get cramp, it's knees up. Otherwise, you're going to come with me. Pull down on the belly button. Pull up on the pelvic floor. press the soles of the feet together and tilt the pelvis to lose the arch under your back. So feel all of your back is on the floor, bum's not lifting. Now release your pelvis, let the arch come under the back and relax. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, pull down on the belly button, up on the pelvic floor, and tilt the pelvis to close the gap under the mat. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, release. Let the arch come back under the back. So it's a 2-breath move. Breathing in, doing nothing. Breathing out, tilting and pressing. Breathing in as you hold the contraction. Breathing out as you release. One more there. Breathing in, arching the back. Breathing out, pressing, pulling up and tilting. Holding on an in-breath. Breathing out to relax. Good. Now, if that's feeling okay, next time you tilt, push the soles of your feet together, squeeze your bottom and lift your bottom off the mat. If it's too much, bottom stays down. I'm relaxing and releasing. Taking an in-breath, breathing out to tilt, squeezing the glutes and lifting the bum off the floor. Not lifting the ribs, just the bum. Lowering down. Releasing, breathing in. It's my last one. Breathing out, squeezing and tilting. Lifting and holding, tightening the glutes. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming down. Super. Bringing the knees together. Can you just slide your left leg away? Hold your right knee with your left hand and rotate it across the body. Keep your shoulders down on the floor. Just take a couple of breaths there. Come on back to center. And change legs. So right hand on the left knee, slide the right leg away, roll over towards the right side, shoulders are down. Hold it there, take some breaths. Come on back to center. And then pick up your band to finish, please. So elbows are down, hamstring is stretching. Lower leg lengthen. So let's do this slightly differently. Can you draw a circle with that leg? Keep your elbows on the floor. Come back and hold the hamstring at 12 o'clock. Go the other way. Drop the leg and circle. Come back to 12 o'clock. Hold for a second. And go again. So we are rotating to mobilize the hip. Always coming back and just holding the hamstring stretch for a couple of seconds. So we've already released our inner and outer thigh with those last two exercises. So now we're focusing on the rotation through the hip and the hamstring hold. Bigger each time if you can. So last one. Come on up and change, please. Holding the hamstring on the left, lengthening that right leg away first. So please start with a small circle. Just see how the hip feels. Return to hamstring and hold. Small circle the other way. Returning to hamstring. Making it bigger if you can. Last one. Hold. And relax. Brill. Slipping the foot out of the band. Coming over onto all fours, please. Couple of cat stretches here. See how that back is feeling. Hopefully more mobile. And then coming into downward dog and seeing how those shoulders and hamstrings and hips are feeling. Hopefully they've released. Walking your hands in slowly, supporting yourself as you roll up with bent knees. Head coming up last. Stretching up, inhaling. Exhaling, coming over to the right. And inhaling, exhaling, coming to the left. And arms come down. Shoulder roll. Good. And rotate. And give yourselves a clap. Brilliant. Come on in.